Hi, I'm Jeph Loeb. I'm the head of Marvel Television and an executive producer on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Marvel's Agent Carter.
I am so excited about the new show spin-off. Is it going to be on the same night as Agent Marvel S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It is. What we're going to do is we're going to be on in the fall with brand new episodes at 9 o'clock of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then we're going to take a little break from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then into that time slot will go Marvel's Agent Carter. And then we'll come back out again on the other side and we'll continue the rest of the season. And what that enables us to do is basically own Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. One of the things that we heard last season a lot of was, wow, there's a lot of repeats. And look, that's not something that we can do anything about. It's math. And what math is that we have to have a season which starts in September and goes until May. That's the way broadcast television works. It doesn't work that way on cable. Cable sometimes does, here's 10, here's 13, that's all you get, thanks very much. We're doing 22. So if you're going to do 22 over what is essentially a 32 to 34 week period, how could we do that? And so what we did was we came up with a way of doing that with our friends at ABC Studios and our friends at ABC Network by saying, look, let's take a break in the middle, let's tell the story of Agent Carter and in the very early days of S.H.I.E.L.D. and what was happening there, and have someone who is as extraordinarily talented as Hayley Atwell come on and tell this really super cool show and a contained story that is beginning, middle, and end, and then let's jump back into what's going on. And so what you'll feel like is you have one long, super cool S.H.I.E.L.D. Marvel experience, but along the way you're going to have a different cast and different showrunners and different filmmakers, which makes it even more cool.
That is so cool. So will Mr. Stark, Tony Stark's dad, be in Agent Carter?
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Yes, he has to, because that's when they introduced her in the Captain America movie.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Oh wait, it's a secret and you're not telling me.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Darn it, how can I trick you?
I don't know.
So is Agent Carter going to be a mini-series, or is it going to be like a regular series? What will be renewed?
This is what it is. There's an 8-episode order, which is a lot of the shows. I mean, we're very lucky in that, that Tara and Michelle have had that experience before, and had great luck with it. And so, we're looking to them to take this 8, and then we'll see what happens. The best part about it right now is that we're not really concerned about what we're going to do next. What we're concerned about right now is telling the best stories that we have with an extraordinary cast and a group of creative people that I have nothing but great admiration for, and seeing where we can tell, an epic adventure story that has great human drama and at the same time just a little bit of that Marvel secret sauce of levity and humor along the way. And and if you've seen the one-shot Agent Carter, which is on the Iron Man 3 Blu-ray available now, then you've already seen what Hayley is capable of doing in terms of being able to do drama and pathos and also at the same time kick serious butt.
I'm really excited about having a female-led, character-driven series. It's very different because there really aren't that many series that are women-led. How did you guys decide to do Agent Carter?
Again, the way that Marvel does anything is there a story, and is that a story that is interesting to people? If you stop and you think about it, why tell a story about a ragtag group of space explorers and one of them is a talking raccoon and the other one's a talking tree? Well, the reason to do it is because Guardians of the Galaxy is a fantastic story and it's amazing to watch. When you watch the one-shot, you can't take your eyes off Hayley. You cannot believe that somebody out there commands that kind of presence, both in power and at the same token has a softness, a sexuality, and at the same time has a great deal of humor. That's a terrific character. Let's see where that goes. Let's see whether or not we can tell more stories with that character. And she fits so nicely into our S.H.I.E.L.D. universe where we do have strong female characters. So whether it's, Ming, who plays Melinda May, or Chloe Bennett, who plays Agent Skye, there's an opportunity for us to be able to continue that tradition of strong female-empowered characters who are out there speaking not just for women but also for people. And that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's, the Marvel Universe is a place where where both great diversity and diversity includes gender at the same time. So we don't really think about whether or not she's a cool woman who's in charge. She's a cool character. And how can we best take that character and put her through the paces? Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to deal with the reality of 1946 America, where being a woman was not a go-to place to go. It was not the first person that you would hire in order to do a job. It was not someone who you believed in or you thought could handle it. There was still an awful lot of, barefoot and pregnant and get out of the way. And Peggy Carter is not that kind of person. Peggy Carter is the person who stands up when everybody else says sit down. And that is something which still is true today. And we believe that people will respond to that, not because it takes place in 1946, but because they can say to themselves, hey, I know that. I felt that at work. I felt that with my friends. I felt that wherever it is in life. And that truly is what Marvel is all about. We always begin with character. It's not about whether or not someone has a cape or a cowl or has some special something on their chest. It's not about whether or not they can lift up a building. It's whether or not you care about them. And really, in many ways, it starts with someone like Tony Stark. And when you think about Tony Stark, here's a guy who both figuratively and metaphorically does not have a heart. And so, what he builds an iron suit around himself so that he can better communicate with other people. The metaphor is so rich. Now, did we get extraordinarily lucky and have Robert Downey Jr. then bring that to life in a way that no one could possibly have guessed? Yes, but it begins with the story, and it begins with what happened to Tony along the way. And it's the same thing that's true of Agent Carter, and it's the same thing that's true of our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. A year ago, we came here, and people were asking us, is the Hulk going to be on your show? Is Iron Man going to be on the show? This year, people are saying to us, so that guy at the end, is that Sky's father? And what happened to Fitz? He wasn't in at the end. And what's going to happen to Simmons if Fitz isn't there? And why is it that Coulson's writing on the wall? Mission accomplished. It means that we took an audience which was expecting one thing, was open to something else, and delivered on that for them. And hopefully now we can, in our new 9 o'clock time slot, really grow and really become the show that we know we're making and that we're hoping a wider audience can see.
And with Agent Carter, will it introduce the beginning kernels of Hydra?
I think that's a little classified. Let's put it that way.
Thank you so much.
Our
I'm looking
pleasure.
forward to the new season.
As are we.
Loving Marvel Universe,
Thank
ABC,
you.
And you guys just are the perfect magic sauce.
Thank you. Take good care. Nice to see you.